Nobody loves you more than your family.
My son Cody, he's 19. He is my rock. My Josiah is my little pillar of light.
My mom is a proud mother of 4 children.
I don't know what we'd do without him. He is such a joy.
Communities are a collection of families. Some families are seamlessly blended. Others are held together by fragile threads of love and commitment to one another. All families face challenges, but when a family learns that someone they love has a disability, learning to manage those challenges becomes a way of life.
When a child is born to your family, and you find out they do have a developmental disability, when that happens to you, you're really never prepared for that news. And it really does change your whole life journey.
Rita was the second youngest of 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls. Her 3 brothers were all diagnosed at a very early age with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a progressive genetic disease that has no cure.
I grew up in a house where, for as my earliest memory, we had 3 wheelchairs. I had 2 parents, so they each had to push one, and that left another one for me and my sisters to fight over.
When her son Cody was born, Rita's life journey took a turn that she had not really expected.
I knew right away that Cody wasn't rolling over the way he should. He wasn't sitting up like he should. And with the test, they had said that, yes, there indeed was something wrong, but they needed to do a muscle biopsy to actually confirm of what it was.
Like Rita's brothers, Cody and his younger brother Josiah also have muscular dystrophy. Remembering her childhood, Rita became acutely aware of the challenges she would soon face.
I was in the park with my 2 younger sons on my way to watch my oldest son play t-ball. I had Josiah in the stroller and Cody was walking, and Cody collapsed with a leg cramp. As I picked him up and attempted to push the stroller through the long, bumpy grass, I thought to myself, I need help. I know I can't do this. I know I can't do it on my own.
When Philia's son Jonathan was born, a mother's intuition told her that something was wrong.
When he was first born, I knew something wasn't right because of his cry. He kind of cried like he was saying, "Help me," at the time when he was born. When we found out that he had cerebral palsy, the doctors told us that Jonathan probably wouldn't live to be 18 years old. And look at him now, he's 39 years old.
Today, medical advances make it possible for people to live longer than anyone might have predicted. Many fragile infants now thrive and grow up to be healthy young adults, in spite of their disability.
They talked me into putting Jonathan in a nursing home when he was 18 years old. They told me to think of this like he's going off to college and he's going to live on his own. But in my heart, I never felt really good about that. And when I went to visit him, when I left him, he was so sad. So my husband said, well, why don't we just bring Jonathan home? So I said, yeah, why don't we? So in May of 2002, we brought him home.
Families who choose to care for their relative at home now have a range of support options available. One option is a program called Consumer Directed Community Supports, or CDCS.
Consumer-directed movement really started from parents who were not satisfied with how traditional services met their kids' needs. And they advocated to find options for families where the family or the individual who receives services really could direct their own services.
CDCS was an eye-opener for me. After researching the program, it became very, very apparent to me that this was going to be a way to help me create the support system that I wanted for my sons, using the people that they already knew and that loved them and that I trusted.
I think that consumer-directed community supports is successful because when it works, it really, really works. And many families just elect that option because they really want that power and that control for their family member. And many people with disabilities choose that because they have more power and control over their own destiny.
I had the fear that people were going to come in and tell me how to do things, and I wasn't ready for that. And Fortunate for me, that's not how it went about. They came in and asked, what was it that I thought I needed, and walked through my house with me to help me think of things that I might need. It helped me face that. To give my sons the quality of life that they need, this is what I'm going to have to do, is invite others into my house, open up my life and their life, and allow people to come in and help us.
The CDCS option is available not only for children and adults with disabilities, but also for older adults who may need support to continue living at home. Janie's mom, Betty, raised her family, went back to school for her degree, and started a new career in counseling. Then, this vibrant woman had a stroke.
You know, my mom had a stroke about 3 years ago. We thought mom was going to bounce back. And basically when I first saw her, she had no movement on her right side whatsoever. And so at that point, we realized that it was a lot more serious than what we initially thought. You know, I work a lot of hours with the job that I do. My father was retired, but he was always had to be at the house. We didn't feel comfortable leaving mom by herself. So either he or myself, our very close friends, had to be there. It was mandatory. I needed to free up my father a little bit because he was getting worn out, and I needed him to be able to still go out with some of his buddies every once in a while, to not have to feel like he was at home 24/7.
The CDCS program made it possible for Janie and her parents to develop a plan that would meet everyone's needs.
It's allowed us the opportunity to bring in other people that we trust that can lighten the load. And so we don't have to be so, okay, who's going to take her to the hospital? Who's going to do this? Who's going to make the food? Who's going to do the medication? We have people in place that can do that. And I owe all that to, the success that we've had with CIP.
The consumer-directed option gives families choices about the help they need to manage the challenges they face. Each plan is unique, but every plan shares the vision of a welcoming and inclusive community, where each person has a chance to experience joy as well as a sense of accomplishment.
The services that we are receiving has allowed my parents both to have a better quality of life.
In the water, my sons are almost weightless. So if you can imagine that my 19-year-old son, Cody, he can't walk, but in the water, he can walk. And he walks without a floating device. Now, he doesn't walk like you and I might with our legs straight. His legs are still a little bent, but he's free. He's free to go from one end of the pool to the next without needing my assistance. It's just a wonderful thing for me to get in the water with them because I see a different part of them. I see them come alive. I see them feeling proud.
When we went to the nursing home to get him and bring him home, he just laughed the whole time. He just kicked his feet. He was just so happy. Just having the opportunity to work with Jonathan and make his life as successful as possible really humbles me, and I'm just happy that he's my son.
Our mission includes the commitment to stand with and support people in their communities as they pursue their personal dreams and goals. Since 2001, Community Involvement Programs has been proud to stand with hundreds of families as they face everyday challenges and celebrate the milestones of their personal journeys.